One time there was a milkman, and he had cookies and milk. And he was made out of milk, and his head was a cookie. I like to eat cookies and milk at night. Before I go to bed, I like to eat chocolate cereal because it's chocolatey. My favorite snack when I go to bed is those things right there. I love it because it's creamy, delicious, cold on hot days. There's some sugary powder and those. Oh, it's delicious and tasty. Sorry, I talked with my mouth full.
Even we admit a little treat every now and then. That's fine, right? But is there a new condition that may make parents concerned? It has nothing to do with weight. We're joined by pediatric ENT doctor from Nemours Children's Hospital, Dr. Julie Way. She's calling this the milk and cookie disease. Say it isn't so.
I coined the term the milk and cookie disease because I came to realize that our children's diet today can have very high dairy and very high sugar. So this really isn't just about milk and cookies, but it's what happens to your child if by eating foods that are too high in dairy and sugar, along with eating them at the wrong time. So specifically, too close to bedtime, and that can lead to many symptoms affecting the ear, nose, throat. I want to demonstrate and show you what happens when we have too much dairy and sugar at night, close to bedtime. And this is, very benign habit. Yeah, so this is the stomach, and then the green stuff is our natural stomach acid that's there to help us digest. And I'm going to show that, okay, well, first we'll have some milk, because this is very comforting. And when they're babies...
Right before bedtime, a good glass of milk.
Yeah.
And we're not implying that everyone who has milk and cookies this happens to. This is just a possible reaction.
Sure.
So what goes better with milk but sugar? So as we put that in, we start to have quite a bit of exciting things going on down there. And I tell families, look, when we're sleeping, our gut wants to rest. But instead, if this is going on, your child lays down and goes to sleep.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
They start coughing.
So that's coming up your esophagus. You can imagine that starts to spill into
the throat, causing cough. Exactly.
Because this is basically heartburn, reflux.
This is all about reflux. So kids will come to me with sore throats every morning, but they never have a fever. They go to school the next day. But they don't have good quality of life because of this. And then, so imagine the stomach now, your child goes to bed. So as you're laying down, all the stomach content, because it takes 4 to 6 hours to digest, now it's going to come back up to your throat. And so this is reflux. And I really think that we as parents, myself and the physicians, we need to help empower families.
And I like this because it's, I've had so many kids with these kind of symptoms, and we thought, well, maybe he's allergic to dairy. We test him, he's not allergic. Maybe it's lactose intolerance. We test him, it's negative. This is maybe another explanation why it didn't agree with them. So I like that.
So are you taking the patients completely off of dairy for the day, or are you saying after lunch, no milk or no sugar? What is your recipe for milk and cookie disease, basically?
The takeaway message is not that you can never have milk and cookies. I'm not here to ruin children's childhood, but it's about trying to have it earlier and really learning how to read the food label, teaching our children not to have too much sugar. So when I talk with families, I say, look, we'll try to have milk and cookies after school or on weekends as a treat, but not before bed. So I recommend at least 90 minutes or 2 hours before bed to try to learn the habit of not eating again. I call it the kitchen is closed. So the kitchen closes at 7. But we all know kids are hungry. So no mom or dad want their kid to go to bed hungry. So
exactly, because they won't.
They won't.
So swap out good snacks for the bad snacks that are really high in refined sugar. And Jim, you've got some examples of, hey, these are things that are hearty and still tasty, but you're not going to necessarily get this massive sugar overload that's going to cause this reaction. And
some whole wheat toast, whole wheat crackers, fruit, especially melon. That's really, really filling stuff.
And anytime your kids are having recurrent symptoms, keep a food journal, because we are learning more and more about how food can either cause illness, prevent it, or stop it. Let it be something that stops disease, not causes it. Dr. Way, thank you so much.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you so much.